Hello, welcome to this video tutorial, the module 3 of Rudiments of Music. This module is titled Solfa Notes. Now in this module we're going to talk about types of notation, then we'll talk about how to pronounce the notes, then solfa scale, chromatic scale, solve some self-check questions, then we'll move over to reading the notes. Now it's important to note that this particular topic, reading the notes, you should take very seriously, because it's going to form the basis and it's going to determine how far you could go in interpreting solfa notation. Then after that, of course, we'll do the module 3 assignments. Now, types of notation. In music there are two types of notation: staff notation and solfa notation. Now in this tutorial we're going to concentrate on solfa notation. Maybe in subsequent videos we'll start talking about staff notation. Now what is notation? Notation are those signs, those symbols, those characters that we use to denote aspects of music on paper. Okay, now solfa notes, how do you pronounce them? Now it's important to note that we have 7 notes in the solfa notation. There are 7 notes shown above. Now how do we pronounce these notes? D is pronounced do, do, while R is pronounced re, M is pronounced mi, F is pronounced fa, S is pronounced so, like as if you're sewing a piece of cloth, something like that. Then L is pronounced la, la. Then T is pronounced T. Now there are common mistakes people normally make, like they pronounce do as do. Then this one they say re. Instead of saying me, you hear me. You know. Then va. This is common amongst male voice parts, especially bass. Maybe when they are singing at lower octaves. Later we'll talk about low octaves. When they are singing at lower octaves, they tend to sing va instead of fa, like far away, which is the right way to pronounce it. They say va. For example, you hear things like do do va 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 so va mi va, something like that. So it's not va, it's not supposed to be pronounced that way. The actual pronunciation, the right way to pronounce it is fa, not va. Okay, now this is the most common mistake made amongst all voice parts in the choir. Instead of saying sew, as if you know, like the word sew for sewing a cloth or something like that, they say saw. Here's things like do re mi fa saw instead of so. So that is very wrong, and we should watch out for that. Then la. No, sometimes people open their mouth widely and just say la instead of no. You know, that H effect at the end of the vowel there, you know, we normally miss that. It's a common mistake amongst choristers. Instead of saying la, how about saying lo? I think that's better, and that's the right way to pronounce it. Now T, the same thing is applicable here. T, the wrong way. T, better. So let me just go through the scale. I suggest that as I pronounce each of these notes, you pause the video and repeat after me. Then do it over and over again until you get very consistent with it. Okay, there I go. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, instead of do, re, mi, va, so, la, ti. See the difference there? Okay, now please take your time, go through this, do it over and over again until it becomes a part of you, because this is going to determine what your voice output is going to be like. The way you pronounce the notes is going a long way to determine how you pronounce the words, the lyrics in a sheet. And the way you pronounce the lyrics will definitely affect your voice output. It's more like, building a house on a solid foundation. If you build a house on a solid foundation, at the long run you have a building that will withstand the test of time. But if you build on the wrong foundation, you can guess what will happen over time. So let's proceed to the next subtopic there: sulfur scale. Now it's important to note, like I said before, that there are 7 notes in the sulfur scale: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Those are the 7 notes. Now, in your normal sulfur scale, these are the notes, the 7 of them. But when you tell the choir, most choirs, when we want to run the sulfur scale, we tend to sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, then do. Now, it's important to note, when you hit that do, you see that the pitch is higher than the initial do you sang. At that point, you've just left the normal octave, you've just graduated to another octave, one step higher than the normal octave. And whenever that happens, we denote any note that belongs to that range, we denote it with a superscript 1. This one means that this do is one octave higher than that do. They are still the same note, do, but they still produce the same sound, do, but they are now at different levels in pitch. Okay, now the same thing is applicable to re there, mi, fa, so. Okay, now let me sing it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol. See, it's getting higher. And you see, my voice had to change. It started tending towards the female kind of voice, which we call falsetto. You see, sometimes we come across this word falsetto when you can no longer, hit a particular note with your normal voice. You now try to sing in a more effeminate way to actually, hit that note. Is now becoming a falsetto voice. Okay, now maybe during our next video, when we'll be talking about voice training, we'll talk about falsetto and head voice and chest voice and all that. Okay, now it's also important to note that when you are reducing the octave, sorry, then you have to use a subscript, no longer a superscript, as is obtainable in this. So a subscript means you are graduating downwards, the octave is going down, but a superscript indicates that the octave is higher than the normal. Now the value you have determines the step at which the octave is. 1 here indicates that the octave is 1 step above, and this means that we are now on the 2nd octave higher than the normal. This means the octave here is 1 step lower, and that means the octave here is 2 steps lower. For example, let me sing this. This is do, re, mi, fa. Now I'm moving forward. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti. Okay, so that's beyond my voice range. I can't sing that part. So it's important to note, superscript indicates a higher octave, while subscript indicates a lower octave, and the value shows you the position of the octave. Okay, now that takes us to chromatic scale. Chromatic scale. What are chromatics? Chromatics are those notes that are hidden here in between this normal surface scale. Remember, surface scale is comprised of 7 notes, but there are some notes that are hidden in between the normal 7 notes. In between do and re, we have D. In between re and mi, we have re. In between mi and fa, there is no note. Now it's important to note that there is no chromatic note in between mi and fa. Okay, now between fa and so, there is a note fi. Between so and la, there is a note z. Between la and t, there is a note li. And between t and the do of the next octave, there is no chromatic note. Okay, having noted that between mi and fa there is no chromatic note, and between ti and do there is no chromatic note. Having noted these two things, it will be easy for us to determine the position of any note we encounter in any piece using this general knowledge that between every note there is a chromatic note, except between mi, fa, and ti, do. Okay, now when you are reading the notes in a forward direction from do to do on the higher octave, then you represent the chromatic notes that way. You have do, after do you have D, then re, mi, fa, vi, so, si, la, li, ti, do. Sorry, I mentioned that. I made that a mistake here. So you see, because this is a common mistake that almost everybody is making this mistake. So we should watch out for that and try as much as possible to avoid that mistake. Okay, I'll go back again and sing do, re, mi, fa, re, so, si, la, li, ti, do. See the way it goes. Now, normally when a choir sings the surface scale to the do on the higher octave, there is a tendency for them to sing from that point back to do. So now that means they are now reading it in a backward direction. So now here, let's say we are reading in a backward direction from do on the higher octave to the normal do. So now if you are reading in that direction, you see that the names of these notes will now change. The names of the chromatic notes, they will change. For example, this is li, it has changed to to. This is z. Remember, z is between so and la. Now since you are coming back, you are reading in a backward direction, it changes to law, is no longer z. Then so, this is fi, that's changed to so. This is between fa and mi. Remember, there is no chromatic note, and between do and ti, no chromatic note. Okay, now see, between mi and re, we are supposed to have re, and it has changed to more. Then between re and do, we are supposed to have d, and it has changed to raw. Now these are the most commonly used. You can normally encounter d, re, and fi, and z, and li. But okay, you can also normally see to and more. But this is not normally used. Law, saw, and raw. They are not commonly used. But in case you encounter them in any sheet music, you should be able to understand what they actually mean. Okay, now let's read this. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, re, so, si, la, li, ti, do. Do, ti, do, la, lo, so. So, va, mi, mo, re, ro, do. Wow. So that will have to take a lot of practice for you to be able to sing that. In a faster way, I could say do, di, re, re, mi, fa, di, so, si, la, li, ti, do, ti, do, la, lo, so, fa, mo, re, mo, re, do. So far and so forth. Okay, please take as much time as you can. Replay the first time I did it. Practice over and over again and learn how to sing the scale. Alright. Now let's solve some self-check questions. At this point, I expect that you pause the video and take your time, solve the questions, then check your training kit manual and score yourself. Now, if you think that you did not perform very well in the self-check questions, please take your time, go back again and repeat the topics before you jump over to the next section. Okay, now let's do some practical on how to read the notes. How do you produce the actual sound of these notes? Okay, now in a piece of song, you should have this reference in mind. This, I would prefer to call it the invincible scale. You should have this invincible scale imprinted in your mind, and you should always go over this scale at every point for you to be able to fix the actual sound of each note as you encounter them. It's important to note here also that S2 can be represented as this and this can be represented as that, like shown here. Instead of saying do and superscript 2, I could say do, then I put superscript 1 1. It still means the same thing as this. Okay, now talking about the invincible scale, it's important to always have this at the back of your mind anytime you are interpreting a piece of music. Okay, let's start with this first example. I'm expected to sing this. How do I sing this? We have re there, we have mi, we have so, we have so, we have la, la, and do. How do we sing this? Now, remember how to sing your solfa scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Right? Okay. Now we have re, mi here. So how do I fix these two? I will have to start picking them two by two. Now re and mi. What is the actual sound? I'll go back to the invincible scale already imprinted in my mind and I sing. Do, okay. Do, re, mi, re, mi. Re, mi is what we are looking for, right? So, sing again. Do, re, mi. You see, I've gotten these two. So, what do we have here? Re, mi, 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 re, mi. Okay, now that the sound of these two has registered in my mind, you can now progress to join this one. Okay, I'll go back to the invisible scale in my mind. Remember, it's do, re, mi, fa, so, re, mi, fa, so, re, mi, fa, so, re, so, re, so, re, mi, so, re, mi, so, re, mi, so, re, mi, so. So I now have re, mi, so. This is re, mi, so. See how it goes. When I took the invisible scale, I started from do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, which is what we normally sing every day. We know that everybody is conversant with that. Then I fixed this. Re, mi, very easy. They are very close to each other. Now, between me and so, there is a note, fa. How do I sing me and so without getting confused by this note, fa? I had to silence this. What did I do? I sang do, re, mi, fa, so in my mind. Now I started with this. I silenced do. I sang re, mi, so. You see, these are what I need. I need 1, 2, 3. But I sang this note in my mind, all of them. But I kept this one silent, pronounced this two, kept this one silent, and pronounced this. By the time I repeat this 3 times, I will be able to sing re, mi, so, re, mi, so, re, mi, so. Very easy. That way I've gotten the actual sound of this. Then the same thing applies here. Okay, let's go back to our invisible scale. Re, mi, so, so. Remember, this is so. So invariably we are singing re, mi, so, so. Simple. Okay, we think of fixing the next one. What do we do? Start from here. Re, mi, so, la, so, la. Re, mi, so, la. Re, mi, so, la. See, we've gotten this. So we can now sing re, mi, so, so, la, la. After all, the la is 2, so it's still the same. It's still the same sound. Okay. Now we can proceed to sing this. Do. Okay. Let's not jump the gun. Let's go back to our invisible scale. We fake it again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, let's pronounce only the notes that we need and silence the other ones. Okay. Re, mi, sol, la, do, la, do, la, do, la, do, la, do, la, do. So here we have re, mi, sol, la, la, do. Simple. We've done that assignment. We are through with that. So we are going over to example 2. Now someone might ask, why would someone sit down and pass through all this just to interpret a piece of song? Is that not going to take centuries? The answer is this. When you are starting, it's going to take some time. But the more you keep doing it, it becomes a part of you that you don't need to have. At some point, you might not need to have the entire invincible scale in your mind again. It will now become a part of you. And when you see me, it will naturally register to you that this is the sound of do on the higher octave. So you can actually say mi, do, just that, without the invisible scale. Or you could still have the invisible scale in your mind when you are getting advanced, but the rate at which you now go through the scale and pronounce what you need will become faster over time. As you keep doing it, you are getting faster to the point where it now seems that you don't need the scale anymore, but it's still there. No, there's no one that can interpret solfa notation without this skill. That's the idea. So you need the skill. You need to bury it deep down in your heart. You need to run through it over and over again, and always make sure that you are hitting the right note before you sing it out. Nothing but the right note. No two ways about it. It's quite simple. All you need to do is just be consistent, just be patient, keep doing it over and over again. You will get better. Okay, let's try this example too. Okay, now there we have la, we have fa, we have re, we have do, we have la on the lower octave, then we have do. Let's start. Okay, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la. Okay, we need la. So we've gotten that sound. La. Okay. La, do, ti, la, so, fa. La, so, fa. La, fa. La, fa. La, fa. La, fa. See how we got that sound now. La, fa. We've gotten that. Okay. La, fa. La, so, fa, mi, re. La, fa, mi, re. La, fa, mi, re. La, fa, 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 re. See, we've gotten that. La, fa, re. Okay. Having gotten that, we'll go back to get those sounds. Okay? La fa re do, la fa re do, la fa re do. You see? La fa re do. Remember, this la is on the lower octave. So continue. La fa re do ti la sa. Okay. La fa re do ti la. La fa re do la. La fa re do la, 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 la fa re do la. Simple. We've gotten that. La fa re do la. Okay. We want to get this sound now. La fa re do la. So fa mi re do re mi fa sol la ti do la ti do la ti do la do la do la do la do. So we have la fa re do la do, la fa re do la do. We've done that. La fa re do la do. Okay. Remember, patience is the key word here. It's very, very, very important. You have to be patient. You have to be consistent. You need to do it over and over again until it becomes a part of you. Okay, we do example 3. Do, re, mi, fa. We have mi, fa there already. Mi, fa. Okay, having fixed that, let's go for the next. Do, re, mi, fa. The other one is do and re, so it's do, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa. Okay, let's start from here. Mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa, do, re. Simple. Mi, fa, do, re. We fix that. Okay. Next up, we have so. Okay. Mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa, so. Re, mi, fa, so. Re, 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 so. Mi, fa, do, re, so. We fix that. Mi, fa, do, re, so. Then we have So la. Of course, the distance between them is very short. Do re mi fa sol la. So it's mi fa do re sol la, mi fa do re sol la, then la ti do, la ti do, la do, la do, la do, la do, la do, mi fa do re sol la do. Wow. Okay, we jump over to example 4. Do, re mi fa sol la ti do, do mi, do mi so, do mi so, do mi so, do mi so. Okay, we've gotten that. Then we continue with this. So la ti, so ti, so ti, do mi so ti. Okay. So ti do, so ti do mi so ti do. Do ti la so, do so, do so, do so, do mi so ti do so. Okay. Do so fa do so mi, do so mi, re do so mi, do so mi, do. So over there we have do mi so ti do so mi do. Okay, we'll go over to example 5. There, so, do re mi fa so. Then how do you get this so on the lower octave? So you sing do re mi fa sol la ti do si la so fa mi re do ti la sol, do so, do so, do so, 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 do, so, do. Okay, how do you get that? Do re mi fa sol la, la, do, la, do, la, do, la, do, la. Okay, we start again. So, do, la, so, do, la. Then, how do you get this? La, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la. La, 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 la. So we have so, do, la. Okay, how do you get this? Remember your do, re, la, do, re, la, re. So, do, la, re. Okay, and this is T. We start from do, of course. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, re, ti, re, mi, ti, re, re, ti, re, ti. So we have so, do, la, re, ti. Okay, next there we have T on the lower octave. So of course we start from T and run the scale down. Ti, lo, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti. Again. Ti, lo, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti. Ti, lo, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti. Ti, 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 ti. So we have so, do, la, re, ti, ti. Then we have me there. Ti, do. Of course, when you start from T, okay, we'll go back to a normal do, re, mi, ti, do, re, mi, ti, mi, ti, mi, ti, mi, ti, mi. So there we have so, do, la, re, ti, mi. Okay. Always remember our invincible chord. Always use it to, detect the sound of the note. Okay, there we have do and do on the higher octave. So let's sing that. Do, do. So this is do, just like you have here. Do, do, do. So this is do, do, do. Then let's try it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re. So we have do, re, mi, fa, so. You see how this works? Like there we have so. This is so. This sound, these things, they tend to sound peculiar, when you are hitting a note on this octave and strike another one on another octave and maintain the same thing with the next note and repeat the same thing with the next note. It's easy to judge what the sound of the upcoming notes will be like. But always remember to verify using your invisible scale. Very, very important. Okay. In example 7, there we have that sound, la. Okay, let's start from do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, la. Okay, la. Okay. La, so, do, ti, la, so. So that one is easy. La, so, fa. Very easy. La, so, fa. Then re. La, so, fa. 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 Re, mi. La, so, fa. Re, mi. La, so, fa. Re, mi. Okay. Now we have another one that is this far from this. Okay. We start from here. Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Mi, ti, do. Mi, do. Mi, do. Mi, do. Mi, do. La, sol, fa, re, mi, do. Okay. Now, there we have so. Do, ti, la, so, do, so, do, so, do, so. Okay? La, so, fa, re, mi, do, so, la, ti, do, so, ti, ti, do, so, ti, ti. And there we have that. Okay, we count. Ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti. Ti, 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 ti. La, sol, fa, re, mi, do, sol, ti, ti, ti. Ti, ti, do. Of course, ti, do. Okay? Now, example 9, starting on this lower octave. Let's count down to me. Starting from do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi. Okay, let me raise the key a bit. Do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi. Okay, mi, va, mi, va, mi, fa, mi, fa, sol, la, mi, fa, sol, la, mi, fa, la, mi, fa, la. There we have re. Lo, lo, ti, do, re, la, re, la, re, la, re. Mi, fa, la, re, do. Of course, they are close. Mi, fa, la, re, do, la, do, ti, la, do, la. Mi, fa, la, re, do, la. Mi, fa, la, re, do, la. Okay, be mindful of this. You see that this do is on the high octave, not this. So you need to take your time to count it again. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, do, mi, re, do, ti, la. La, ti, do. La, do. La, do. La, do. Mi, fa, la, re, do, la, do. Okay, we go over to example 10. Of course, we are starting from here. So we check our scale. Do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. That's the sound. La. Okay, there is do. So we count. La, sol, fa, mi, re, do. La, do, la, do, la, do, la, do, re, la, do, re, la. Okay, how do we get this? La, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, 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 do, re, la, do. Okay, how do we get so? Do, so, do, so, do, so, la, do, re, la, do, so, ti, la, do, re, la, do, so, ti, la, do, re, la, do, so, ti. Okay, I made a mistake there. I'll go again. La, do, re, la, do, so, ti. Okay, T. How do we get this? T lots of me re. T re. T re. T re. T re. La do re la do so. Oh, sorry, made a mistake there. La do re la do so ti re mi do. Because these ones are simple. La do re la do so ti re mi do. Okay, we go over to example 11. Okay, in this example, we are going to touch some of the chromatic notes. But in the previous examples, please take note of those peculiar sounds, like where you have do, mi, so, do, mi, so, do, la, fa, re. Places you have things like do, re, mi, fa, so, la, something like that. Okay? If you can master all those sounds, you find it easier. Sometimes you don't need to jump through the invisible scale. You just produce the sound. But that will come over time when you do it over and over again until it becomes a part of you. Okay. So we go to example 13. That's La. So let's get the sound of La. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Okay, let me read this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. La, that's where we are concerned about now. La, zi. You see, there's a very huge difference between la, so, and la, zi. This is so, zi, la, zi, la, la, zi, la, so, la, mi, so, mi, la, zi, la, mi, so, vi, so. See? So, vi, so. There's a very huge difference between so, fa, so, and so, vi, so. Okay. La, zi, la, mi, so, vi, so. Okay, we go over to example 14. Mi, how do you get that sound? Z. Mi, fa, ri, so, zi. Mi, fa, ri, so, zi. Mi, zi. Mi, zi, la. Mi, zi, la. Mi, zi, la. Mi, vi, so. Mi, fa, vi, so. Mi, vi, so. Mi, zi, la. Mi, vi, so. Okay. Example 15. Mi, re, do. Mi, re, di, do. Do, re, mi. Mi, 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 so, la. la, la, to, la. Of course, when you are reading backwards, this changes to to sound. La, la, to, la, la, to. This changes to to. La, to, la, la, to, la. Okay. Mi, re, mi, so, la, to, la, do. Of course, that's your do sound. So, that's it. We go over to example 16. Do, di, re, mi. Of course, that's there. Do, di, re, mi. Do, di, re, mi. Mi, mo, re. When we want to go to this backward direction, this changes to mo. So, mi, mo, re. Mi, re, re. Instead of using re, we now change it to mo, because we are heading to the backward direction. So mi, mo, re, fa, so, do, di, re, mi, mo, re. Okay, do, di, re, mi, mo, re, fa, so. Okay, now this is Z. Because we are moving in the backward direction, the sound changes to so, 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 fa, so, Z. So that Z changes to so, so, so. Sorry, that's Fi. Sorry for that. So, Vi, so. Now becomes so, so, fa, do. So, so, fa, do. Okay, let's take that line again. Do, di, re, mi, mo, re, fa, so, so, fa, do. Okay, we jump over to example 17. Of course, we know this. Do, re, do, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do, ti, do, re, ti. Ti, that's ti, li. Ti, li, ti. Do, re, ti, li, ti, so, do. I guess by now we are conversant with the normal notes. Do, re, ti, li, ti, so, do. There's a difference between ti, la, ti and ti, li, ti, so, do, di, re. Ti, li, ti, so, do, di, re, mi. So I take that line. Do, re, ti, li, ti, so, do, di, re, mi. Okay, we go to example 18. Mi, re, mi, simple. Mi, re, mi, fa, re. We are conversant with this. Mi, re, mi, fa, re, di, re. Okay, so far, very simple. Okay, now, re, we are moving in the backward direction. Re, this is supposed to be D, now raw. It would have been re, di, do. Now it's re, ro, do. It says it's easier when you pronounce it raw, when you're going at the backward direction than using the sound. Re makes it complex. So we take that line again. Mi, re, mi, fa, re, di, re, ro, do, di, re, mi, fa, mi, re, ro, do, di, Okay, go to example 18. Do on the higher octave. Do, to, la. We are moving at this direction. Do, to, la. Do, to, la. Do, to, la. So, vi, so, mi, do. Do, to, la. Do, to, do, to, la. Do, to, la. So, vi, so, mi, do. Okay. So, by now, we expect that you must have gotten conversant with the notes, including the chromatic notes. Just make a note of this. La, zi, la, so, vi, so, mi, zi, la, to, la, mi, ri, mi, do, di, re, di, re. Once you master all this, you are good to go. Okay, so here we do the assignment, and please read the instructions and consult your training kit manual, then do the assignment there and submit to your choir master. Okay, thank you very much. Let's see in the next module.